You've probably heard people say, just believe and you'll receive, or thoughts become things. From TikTok trends to best-selling books, the law of attraction has become a global phenomenon. It promises that by simply thinking the right thoughts, you can manifest money, success, relationships, or even healing. But here's the question most people are afraid to ask out loud. Does manifestation actually work, or is it all just placebo? Is there real science behind this, or are we fooling ourselves with feel-good illusions that don't hold up in the real world? In this video, we're diving deep into what manifestation really is, beyond the hype, beyond the wishful thinking, and straight into what science, psychology, and neuroscience have to say about it. By the end, you won't just understand why manifestation can feel like magic. You'll know exactly how it works under the surface and how to make it work better for you. And if you want to go even deeper, I'll also share a tool that's helping thousands of people shift their brain state and energy faster than traditional techniques. More on that later. Let's start with the basics. What is the law of attraction really? At its core, it's based on a simple principle like attracts like. Your dominant thoughts, emotions, and energy are said to attract experiences of a similar frequency. Think positive, attract positive, focus on lack, and you attract more scarcity. On the surface, it sounds spiritual, maybe even mystical. But when you dig into it, you'll see that a lot of it has roots in science, especially psychology and cognitive neuroscience. First, let's talk about how the brain filters reality. We experience the world through something called selective attention. There's far more information around you than your brain can process at once, so it builds filters. And those filters are based on your beliefs. If you believe you're unlucky, your brain unconsciously scans the environment for proof that you're right. You'll miss opportunities, downplay wins, and highlight everything that goes wrong. But if you train your brain to believe that life is full of opportunity, it begins to notice people, ideas, conversations, and openings that were always there, but hidden by your mindset. This isn't just spiritual, it's called confirmation bias, a well-studied psychological phenomenon. Your brain likes to be right, so it searches for proof that your beliefs are accurate. So if you believe you're not good enough, the brain will show you evidence of that, but when you change your internal story, your perception begins to shift, and so does your behavior, which changes your outcomes. Now let's go deeper. Your brain isn't static, it changes all the time. This is thanks to something called neuroplasticity. Every thought you think strengthens a neural pathway. Think it once, and it's a weak connection. Think it repeatedly, and it becomes a dominant pattern. That's why you can train your brain through repetition. It's also why people get stuck in cycles of fear, doubt, and sabotage, because they've repeated those thoughts so often that it's become their neurological default. Manifestation techniques like affirmations, visualization, and journaling may seem simple, but what they're really doing is rewiring your brain. Every time you vividly imagine success, your brain responds as if it's real. Your body releases dopamine. Your nervous system shifts. You activate the parts of the brain associated with motivation, focus, and problem solving. So what you're doing isn't wishful thinking, it's mental rehearsal. Elite athletes have used this for decades. Olympians visualize their race over and over to optimize performance. Why? Because the brain doesn't distinguish much between real and imagined experiences. But some people ask, isn't that just placebo? And here's the twist, yes, in part. But the placebo effect is one of the most powerful demonstrations of the mind-body connection in medical science. People given sugar pills, with no active ingredients, have seen measurable improvements in pain, anxiety, blood pressure, and even chronic illness, simply because they believed they were being treated. Placebo isn't fake. It's real physiological change triggered by expectation. That's belief in action, that's manifestation, not of energy outside of you, but energy through you. Now here's the catch. Most people try to manifest using the wrong brain state. When you're anxious, overwhelmed, or in survival mode, your brain operates in high beta waves, fast, chaotic frequencies that block creativity and suppress access to the subconscious. In that state, visualization feels impossible and affirmations feel fake. That's why most people give up. But when your brain slows into alpha or theta, you enter a deeply relaxed and suggestible state. This is where real change happens. It's the same state activated during meditation, hypnosis, and deep flow. And that brings us to the Genius Wave, a tool I personally recommend for anyone who wants to access these states more quickly and easily. The Genius Wave is a science-based audio technology that uses rhythmic sound frequencies to guide your brain into optimal manifestation states. Instead of spending months trying to calm your mind through trial and error, you just press play. In minutes, your brain shifts into flow, into focus, into deep receptivity. And it's not theory. It's been used by over 40,000 people in more than 70 countries, with thousands of 5-star reviews from those who have experienced real mental clarity, emotional alignment, and faster manifestation results. Instead of struggling to quiet your mind or forcing yourself into positivity, the Genius Wave helps you shift effortlessly. Whether you use it during journaling, meditation, or before bed, it tunes your brain into the exact frequency where flow, intuition, and creativity become natural. It's like having a shortcut to the brain state elite athletes and peak performers use, now in your pocket. And yes, it's affordable, beginner-friendly, and designed for real-world results. You'll find the link in the description if you want to try it for yourself. But I'll tell you this, once you experience the shift, there's no going back. Now let's return to the science. Another core concept behind manifestation is emotional alignment. The idea that you attract experiences that match your emotional state, and this has psychological backing. Emotions are not just feelings, they're biochemical signals that influence how we act, what we notice, and how we interpret events. If you feel defeated, you withdraw, avoid risks, and shrink your presence, which leads to missed chances and stagnation. But if you feel empowered, you engage more, speak up, take action, and create momentum. In short, your emotions shape your energy, and your energy shapes your environment. So when manifestation teachings say, raise your vibration, they're really saying regulate your emotional state. And that's not fluff, that's neuroscience. Your emotional baseline determines your level of openness, intuition, confidence, and decision-making. You don't attract success just by thinking about it, you attract it by becoming the version of yourself who expects it, looks for it, and takes aligned action when it appears. So, let's be honest, does manifestation actually work? Yes. When it's grounded in awareness, neuroscience, and emotional regulation. It doesn't work when it's used as a magical wish machine. It works when you understand that your brain, body, and beliefs are constantly shaping your reality. It works when you rewire your subconscious, manage your state, and take intentional action from a place of alignment, not desperation. Here's the real power of manifestation. It's not about controlling the universe, it's about controlling the only thing you ever truly can, your inner state. The law of attraction, at its core, isn't a force outside of you, it's a mirror. It reflects who you are, how you think, how you feel, and how you show up in the world. The more aligned your inner world becomes, the more your external life begins to reflect that. And that's the invitation this video gives you. To stop chasing, to stop doubting, to stop waiting for signs and start becoming the sign. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you're ready to experience that shift, not just as an idea, but as a practice, try using the Genius Wave for the next 7 days. Pair it with intentional journaling, visualize while listening, or simply relax into the frequency and let it work through you. You'll be surprised how quickly things start to move when your brain and energy are aligned. And if this video helped you see manifestation through a scientific lens, hit the like button so YouTube knows this message matters. Drop a comment below and let me know which insight clicked for you the most. Share this with a friend who's struggling to make manifestation work, and don't forget to check the description. I've linked the Genius Wave and a free bonus guide to help you start manifesting from a place of confidence and clarity. Because this isn't about magic, it's about mental mastery, and the moment you learn how to shift your state, you stop hoping for change and start creating it.